Hey folks, Ariel over here at Finest with probably the last Broody Hen update for Blackie and her babies. This covers kind of weeks 4 and 5 of their lives. For most of week 4, they still hung out with Mama, and she was very busy showing them how to be good chickens and what to find and what to eat. And yes, that is some blackbirds, starlings, and cowbirds, I think, mixed in there pecking with them. If they got too close to her babies, I noticed her run them off, but she didn't seem super concerned about it. Anyway, she moved them up off the, sleeping on the floor in their, maternity crate, up to sleeping on the little perch in front of the nesting boxes here at a few weeks old, but decided they weren't quite big enough to go up on the big perch, apparently. And so they slept here for a little bit, which was fine. I don't really want chickens sleeping in the nest boxes, but while these guys were growing up, that's all right. But they were getting big enough, they weren't really sleeping under her anymore, just kind of near her. It's really fascinating to get to see all of their colors develop as they get more and more adult feathers, because I do not know which hen and rooster combo produced each of these chicks, but there are several colors of chicks that are shades of feathers that do not exist in any of our current adults, so that's kind of fun to see. Be interesting to see what they look like as they continue to grow up. Anyway, she continued to be a very, very attentive and defensive mother right up till the day they turned 5 weeks old, almost on the dot. And even though they're getting a little more adventurous, they still didn't like getting left out of their flock. So if one would realize they were on behind where everyone else went, it didn't take them too long to decide to panic and race off to catch up with everybody.
Blackie has decided the kids are all grown up. Yesterday, she's about to lay an egg right now. Yesterday she laid an egg. I actually saw her do it, so I know that for sure. She's already sitting on a couple others that got laid by other hens earlier in the morning. And the night before, she had decided that the kids were on their own. She climbed back up on the big perch with all the big chickens. A couple of the now almost exactly 5-week-old chicks followed her up there. A couple decided that was still too high for them. Anyway, she is maybe a good lesson for some human parents. She took detailed, wonderful, excellent care of them, showed them everything they needed to know, and now said, "You're on your own. I'm back to just being a regular chicken laying eggs." So this, she actually produces one here in a minute. This will be 2 days in a row now that she's gone back to egg laying. Mama and the babies have decided they're all big chickens now. They just got up on the roost for the night, except for Ember, who's sitting on her duck eggs.
So apparently at that point their mama decided they were all grown up. They have smaller waters, but they like to hop up on the big one and drink out of that. So now the 9 babies kind of hang out as almost their own little flock. They mix in with the big ones, but if the big guys go further away, they still tend to stay pretty close to the barn and yard, or under a vehicle, or the edge of the shed, or something nearby for some shelter, which is not a bad idea. But otherwise, if I didn't have any adult chickens to compare them with, they're getting awfully close to looking like adults. They're doing all the same scratching and dust bathing and digging and hunting and pecking, and yeah, it's really fascinating to watch their colors continue to change and grow. That kind of peanut butter colored one there in the foreground that's dust bathing right now doesn't look like any of our adults. Neither does that really, creamy gray one. So it'll be fun to see what they continue to look like. But they are pretty much on their own now. Blackie is ignoring them completely, other than, treating them just like any other chicken in the whole flock. They don't seem to pay any attention to what she's doing anymore either, and I guess they've all decided that that's the end of the mothering relationship. I guess as part of their growing up, they have some scores to settle about the pecking order between themselves. I think they know that all 9 of them are still lower in the pecking order than all the adult chickens, but this was quite a little squabble between 2 of them that went on for a while. As near as I can tell, they're grabbing each other's cheeks if they can, or their little combs, and I think the black one lost this battle, but it went on for quite a while. I mean, there's a reason a pecking order, the term came about, because chickens have a very, very strongly defined sense of who is the boss of who, and I guess this is the chicks having to work it out. As tempting as it was to go break this up, I figured that probably wasn't going to do any good. They just needed to settle this matter between the 2 of themselves. And yeah, I guess the peanut butter colored one there is definitely the boss of the littler black one. But despite all that, I'm not sure Blackie thinks she's actually done wanting to be a mama. Because as you probably know if you watched the duck update video, we have another hen, Ember, who's currently hatching a clutch of duck eggs. And if that's successful, we'll have some ducklings here before too long. But anyway, when she got off the nest to take a break, Blackie started pacing up and down and looking at her nest and doing this. I think she wants to go in and take that clutch of eggs and be a mom again, but I'm hoping she takes a break here for a while just to give her body a rest.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Come back next time for more adventures.
Thanks for watching.